Commentary on the role of tax officer. This commentary is to correct the lunacy of the pseudo-secretary of the Borough of Coalport. On May 18 in a non-advertised meeting of Coalport Borough Council, as you will hear, the pseudo-secretary of the named borough stated the tax officer was incorrectly depositing amounts of money into the local bank. Let us look at the process of the tax officer. In June 23, 2021, your tax officer lawfully created an account in the local bank. Each time the faithful and kind taxpayers submit their tax monies to the tax officer directly inputs the amount of the tax payment into a computer program called the RAC Tax System Program, hereinafter RAC. Immediately the RAC records the payment, creates a receipt showing the payment, check number, information about the taxpayer and the property. Also, the discount, face, and penalty amounts are shown in the receipt according to law. The payment is then deposited by a RAC deposit registry into the tax officer's bank account, where it remains until the end of the month. On the 3rd of the next month, the tax officer creates with the RAC program a report to 3 different entities: the county, local, and school. Accompanying the reports is a certificate of payment, a check or transfer receipt. In 2021, the then Emeritus Head M directed the tax officer to do an internal bank transfer of funds from the tax officer's bank account to the Coalport Borough general account in the same local bank. The lunacy of the pseudo-secretary was: you are to directly deposit the amounts of money into the borough account, not your own. As she abruptly stated in the May 18, 2022 meeting. Clearly, the pseudo-secretary does not know the functions of the tax officer. The tax officer is bonded and functions with integrity. Each check is photocopied and copy is retained stapled to the RAC deposit registry with the bank deposit receipt of all the payees of tax monies. Wherefore, if the kind taxpayer paid tax monies to the tax officer, there are 3 ways to prove the money was handled properly: the RAC deposit registry, a copy of the original check, and the bank deposit receipt. On May 3, 2022, a RAC-generated report for the Borough of Coalport was created, an internal transfer of $20,561.85 real estate tax monies and $264.60 of per capita tax monies was electronically transferred to the Coalport Borough General Funds account in the local bank by Ms. Sharon with kindness. The next step is the monthly report and transfer receipt were sent by email to the borough accountant with proof of bank transfer to the borough bank account. The tax officer receives a proper pay voucher from the borough accountant and a check was received from the borough with the Honorable Mayor's signature on the check. Also, the pseudo-secretary signed the check too. So, the pseudo-secretary, in her lunacy, emphatically displayed she does not have professional ability to do her job, not understanding the functions of the tax officer. Be reassured that your tax officer has protected your tax dollars. Now it is your borough councilor's job to spend your tax dollars wisely. Spending tax money for a refrigerator. When your tax officer went to work on a job, he carried an ice pack to cool his drink. Or a thermos was used. Councillor Manges said it well: we need to address the roads. Will the councillors address the roads and streets instead of buying a refrigerator with taxpayer dollars? Refrigerators as a rule uses taxpayer monies for the purchase, electricity, space, and is used very little. The pseudo-secretary wants to buy a refrigerator while refusing to pay for tax officers' stamps. Go figure. Let your borough officials know how you feel. Taxpayers are the bosses of borough officials. Taxpayers need to step up and let the one elected official and 4 appointees know how to spend the money on the roads and streets in Coalport Borough instead of a refrigerator. Remember to pay your taxes the earliest you can, for a benefit to yourself. Letting your taxes go after December 31st, of any year, to the county is a fatal mistake. County imposes a penalty, and other charges making your tax bill very high. Please pay your taxes early for your financial benefit and safety. Respectfully submitted. Vision Press Production. http://www.wkeys.com. Click on Coalport Borough Council Meetings.